What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Welcome to a very rare Sunday evening live event. Yes, there will be prizes. Yes, it's the same as any other giveaway. The reason that we're doing it here on Sunday is because it was Thanksgiving weekend. That's family time. And I thought, there's a small chance that I'll have time Sunday evening after the Chiefs game to do a quick live stream. I say quick, it's going to be an hour 15. We're only going to be 15 minutes shorter than we normally are. But I thought, hey, might be an opportunity. And Chiefs wrapped the game up quicker than I thought. So we started a little early here. But yeah, we have more giveaways to do. I got to get through these knives. 16 knives left of the mystery pouches. So tonight, winners drawn will be able to choose not one, but two pouches. Whatever's inside those pouches, you get to take home. Or, well, I'll mail it to your home. So, yeah. Yeah, it's very rare that we do a Sunday live stream. But, what happens if I can't get it done Friday or Saturday? It used to be exclusively Saturday. And then I started doing it on Fridays and Saturdays if I couldn't do it on Fridays, and Sundays if I couldn't do it on Friday, Saturday. So I was thinking about what to put out tonight, and I thought, you know what? Every now and then I do a live stream with like some of the nicest knives that I own. So the knives on the table are, it's obviously not all the nice knives that I own, but they are absolutely some of the nicest knives that I own. Every knife on the table tonight is mine, part of my personal collection. And I very much enjoy sharing these with you guys, so that's what I'm doing tonight. The yellow one is Ishtar. Gold, they called it DLC, but it's actually like a PVD, and then it's they call it a Bifrost Damasteel, which is a DLC-coated Damasteel. Fun one. Wild one. This is also known as my gas station knife collection. Love your channel, watch it daily. I'm pumped that you do. I'm pumped. This has been an exceptionally good part of the season for me. This season in particular is generally a transitional season, meaning I go from like low views of the summer to higher views of the holiday season. And this is the best of this season that I've ever had. This summer didn't even dip that low. I couldn't believe it. I expected the channel to just, kind of die over the summer, and it didn't happen at all. This whole year was just excellent. I cannot believe the growth of this channel. The last 2 months in a row, it's grown by 20,000 subscribers. So that's really cool. Thank you. Thank you so much to everybody. We are legitimately approaching 400,000 subscribers, so that's pretty great. Just want to let you know I have a MaxAce Black Mirror and S90V coming because of you. Oh, that's awesome. You'll love it, man. You'll love it. That's great. Excellent purchase. That's one of the best buys on the internet right now. The one on the bottom is inspired. Yeah, that's so I got bored. The story of this is that there was like a period of time where I wanted to do something cool on the channel, but there was just nothing available. Like it was like 2021 or something, and I bought a bunch of like rare Sprint Spydercos and customized them, and this was one of them. This was an S90V Shaman, and I put Med and Boss solid Zerkatai scales on it. So it's an $1,100 Spyderco Shaman build, which is kind of crazy. But the scales and the knife are fully made in the United States. Blade steel, the actual like frame and scales and everything like this is a full 100% USA. But it was just a really wild build. What would you say is the absolute best knife buy? I mean, so it's hard for me to say. Like, if you want versatility, it's probably like, okay. So dollar for dollar, it's extremely hard to argue. Like functionality, durability, dependability, dollar for dollar right now, it's really hard to argue with the Vision FG from Civivi because of the super lock. Ambidextrous, great EDC design, extremely easy to manipulate. I'm doing a terrible job of, demonstrating that. Really great, right? Now, if you don't want to go, with Chinese manufacturing, then it's probably the Flytanium Arcade or the Demco 8020.5. Same idea, not manufactured in China. If you want to go absolutely USA, then I would go Benchmade Griptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue. The Ritter Hogue is probably still the point of diminishing returns. Ambidextrous, wonderful materials, wonderful USA execution, right? So those are my picks for like dollar for dollar. Depends on where you place yourself in your, what you like to buy. Dollar for dollar, though, if you want true dollar for dollar, it's really hard to beat the Civivi Vision FG. That's one of the best pocket knives ever made. I'm going to be real with you. The Vision FG has a shot at Knife of the Year on my channel, and I know that a lot of people might just be shocked by that, but you have to understand my perspective. If the value element is there, like for what they're delivering with this knife, it's insane what they're delivering here. I mean, Civivi might have actually screwed themselves with this knife. It's so good. It's so unbelievably good for, what, $78? Now, like, we all have to hold, and it's Snex design, right? But we hold them to such a high standard now. We're like, nah, we know you can do stuff like the Vision FG, right? It's too good. It's so hard to beat it. The only people who would say otherwise are people who just don't like the design. They like the look of the design. That's perfectly fine. But functionally, it's so good. Okay, 90 for Ultim, but you don't have to buy Ultim. You could buy Micarta. What's the blade shape on the one with the lanyard? That's the Shirogorov F3NS Special Edition in Technicarbo and Vanax. So now you have to remember this is a horrifically expensive knife, but this is my favorite knife design ever. Like if we're talking just design elements, right? Catering to the end user. Probably one of the most perfectly ergonomic knives and one of the most functionally excellent knives that exist. The problem is it's ridiculously expensive, right? Now this is a special version of this knife. You can get the basic version for a mere $900. And I honestly don't even know what these go for on the secondary market. You can't get the special edition versions anymore. Yeah, the F3NS is still to this day, I think, is probably the best overall design that exists. It's just perfection. Outside of, it's got one flaw. The jimping is useless. This is almost perfectly, it's almost entirely decorative. It's just silly. The lanyard came with it. That's the only reason it's there. Otherwise, like, it wouldn't be there. Bottom row, second from the right. That's the Rook from Serge Panchenko and Hawk. They use a toggle detent. The lock does not use Omega Springs, and it is, here, listen. One of the most supremely fidgety, oh my god, this is such a cool knife. Now, people are always shocked to find out that these are customs. It's a CNC custom, but it's a custom. I think they start at either 1,000 or 1,200, I can't remember. But they are expensive. That one's in titanium again, and 20 CV. This is Double Dragon. This stage gave me nightmares. Hold on, I gotta look. Yeah, this stage sucked. It was such a brutal stage for stage 2. Okay. You said not sure about the blade shape. I mean, that's Serge, though. That, like, anybody who knows Serge, like, this is him, like, doing the Serge cleaver. The Serge cleaver exists outside of, like, the fad in, fad out, like, cleavery stuff. A Serge cleaver is different. It's stuck out of time. I'm a little bit riled up tonight because the Chiefs won. I'm just letting you know. Like, I've already, party time started at 3:25 for me today, so bear with me. Trying to hold it together here. How much is on the table? I don't know. I mean, I feel like most people can guess that every individual knife on the table is worth over $1,000. Have you seen the knife? The pivot is the button. Yeah. I think I have it over here. Either the review is coming, or maybe I have already posted it. Jason, Chris, thank you for your donation. I think I know what you're talking about. This would not be happening if they lost. Well, I did promise my patrons and you guys on my community tab that I was doing the live stream before the game even got started. Oh, actually, I told my patrons before the game got started, and then I told you guys about in the middle of it. So I would have had to do it either way. I would have been grouchy. I would have been a little grouchy, but I'm okay. I'm happy. We beat the Raiders. Really, man, they really handed it to us in the first quarter. I was like, oh my God, are we really, like, is this really going to happen? But we got it figured out. We just came out a little sloppy. I mean, you know, the Raiders had a sloppy third and fourth quarter, but they had a great first quarter and they had a decent second quarter. I mean, like, they're honestly, like, I had very little negative to say. I was like, holy crap, like they're really handing it to us. So I don't want to do that thing where it's just like, no, it's not that they played good, it's that my team played bad. I think the Chiefs just did what they normally do, and the Raiders just played really good in the first quarter. So it was a bit stressful there in the beginning. Good stuff. I think I'm born and raised in Kent and currently living in North Akron. Okay, cool. Yeah, these are a lot of my pride and joy. I mean, I have some other nice stuff. It came down to what was gonna fit on screen. So I try to do, you know, like right around 20 knives. And what do we got out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 18 knives out here. So I could have fit a couple more, but these are some of the nicest knives in my collection. I came extremely close to buying another knife over the weekend. There was 1,300. And I'm still thinking about it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not the biggest fan of the scales, but I want to keep it a surprise. So we'll see. You want to see the stitch? For those of you who do not know, the Marfion Borka stitch is absolutely the most expensive knife in my collection. Black Mirror Cracked Ice. So that's a tumbled. You can see the tumble marks on it. Tumbled and mirror polished star grind. Full DLC blade. We have DLC titanium frame. And it's actually got tritium drilled into it in, I think, 6 different places. Yeah. Quite intense. Quite the intense knife. This was the, I knew I was going to buy a stitch. I was just waiting for the right one. And I was like, man, do I really want to pass up on Mirror Black? Like, I think that's pretty much the one that I wanted, you know? So I went for it. And I knew I had to get one before the prices got even worse. The prices are only going to go up on those guys. They're not going down. So, I'm not saying people have to do that. I'm just saying, like, if you want a stitch, like, you better grab one. I mean, they're just going to keep going up. Diamond like carbon, not downloadable content. How many do you have? I have 6. I own 6 stitches. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I own 5. I own 5 stitches. 2 autos, 2 manuals, and a custom. Not my. I'm definitely gonna buy more. Can I pet that dog? 5. I'm gonna try and get a Stitch sometime soon. I gotta pay the credit card down. Yeah. No, I hear you. The Stitch was the first time that I ever used the Sezzle thing. I bought the Stitch on Sezzle and I sold 40 knives to patrons. I'm dead serious. When it was like 30, it was 38 knives. And I know there are many patrons in here who remember that sale. It was the Stitch Fund sale. But I bought the knife on Sezzle, paid the first payment, and I think I had it paid off within a month. But I sold 40 knives at half price to patrons. Brand new knives at half price retail to my patrons to pay for that knife. Neves was able to check out a full DLC, Evo 3.0. Oh, good. That's excellent. It's a great knife. It's one of my favorites. Thanks for the stream. Got the aluminum Shark Cub. Shark Lock became super smooth and non-hurty after 2 days of Thanksgiving fidgeting. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, every knife on the table is a Safe Queen. I'll just tell you, I don't use any of these. These are all Safe Queens. And if that bothers you, I'm not sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it. These knives don't get used. What's up? The OTFs, those are both Hawk Deadlocks. So this is the Hawk Deadlock Model C standard, which is just like aluminum and carbon fiber, 20 CV. Still deciding if I want to make this a user. I mean, they're still expensive. I can't remember what these go for now, brand new, because I bought this before the recent price hikes. So I feel like it's 13 or 1400, maybe 1500. I don't know. Somebody in chat might be able to tell you. Then the one that I definitely will never use is the DLC Titanium John Wick 4 edition with the DLC blade and mirror polished. I'm wearing a Chiefs hoodie right now, but the mirror polished edge. But yeah, this is the John Wick 4 edition, and I believe it's serial number 4. It doesn't say on here, but I have the certificate. I think I have number 4. I have the number 4 John Wick 4 Titanium Deadlock. He says, bro, you must be rich. No, I'll tell you how. Let me tell you how this happened. YouTube, you guys. If that's not clear. You guys watching my channel, this is how this happened. I use the ad revenue and the affiliate revenue and the Patreon revenue on this channel to buy knives for content. And I create uploads out of them, and I also collect the knives. A lot of this stuff goes into my personal collection, and then what I try to do is take a lot of the free stuff that I get and give it away to you guys and as a weekly thank you. Those are the gears of this channel, and you're obviously a part of that. That is authentically how I run this channel. So thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me to turn my hobby into my career. Got my first Kaiser today, old school. Cormorant watched Migron vids today, and you convinced me. Good, yeah, excellent. Migron's great. I do not make $50,000 a week. That's an interesting estimate, but I do not make $50,000 a week. That would be great. That would be excellent, but I know that is not my income. You guys have to remember, when I buy something, it's a tax write-off. Literally any knife that I buy is a tax write-off. So it's already easier for me to purchase this stuff. This channel has to be run as a business, like legally, it has to be. So I appreciate. I'm glad that you guys think that. Listen, it doesn't really matter what I generate. The point here is that I have knives that I can give people for free, so I want to do that. Yeah, obviously. That's why I go out of my way to do a live. I love doing the live stream. It's my favorite part of the week, and I love giving knives away. I love people getting excited about winning. That's just fun. So, I do write off a section of my basement. I can do that. I can't write off the house. I can write off a section of my basement, my office. You can't write off more than 100%, correct? The yellow one, everybody's asking about the gold one. So this was a weird Herman. This is an Ishtar in gold PVD. And then we have, this is, I believe it's actually also a black PVD, but the blade is Bifrost, or is what they call Bifrost, which is actually DLC polished Damasteel, which is really cool. You don't see that every day, that's for sure. So I had to keep that one. I thought that was super duper fun. Definitely one of my favorite Hermans. I do the percentage, and that was advised. Alicord, I do the percentage. Any Black Snow customs? No, but I absolutely would. I love the shape of the Black Snow, like their collaboration with Spyderco. I was real tempted to get that version in carbon fiber. In fact, are there still those floating around out there? The Black Snow collab with Spyderco, where they have the carbon fiber. Are they still floating around out there? Because that's a purchase I might make tonight. I'm gonna be real with you. I forgot about that, and I really wanted one. I'm in a position where it's time for me to get something, and it's beneficial for the channel if I make at least one purchase a month. So you want to see the bottom left? Absolutely. Got to put the gloves on for that one, not because it's delicate, but because I don't want you guys having to look at my fingerprints. And it looks like I've been spitting all over it tonight. This shiny boy is the Francois Dutoit TF4. We have zirconium, a little bit of fingerprints on there, sorry about that. Blue titanium, we have a Damacor backspacer. A Damasteel clip, more fingerprints on the other side, sorry about that. And then we have probably the most impressive looking blade on the channel, and that is a fully mirrored zero etch Damacor blade. Absolutely gorgeous. See if we can get the RGBs in the keyboard. Oh, beautiful. Francois Dutoit. Absolutely stunning. Look at the action here. Ugh, gorgeous. It will be bathroom time soon. You guys know. You guys know. You get me. You get me. Sharp by Design Nemesis close-up? Sure. Beautiful, just perfection. Texturing, perfection. And this is so fine. The texturing and the milling here on the bottom is so fine that I do get fingerprints on it, you can see. But this is just unreal. The level of detail here. Look at how all these lines come together, and they're just perfect. The risk of error in symmetry here is just wild. It's just absolutely wild. So beautiful. Such a gorgeous knife. And then to cap it all off, it's a true dagger ground blade that's double hollow ground. You can see there the two hollow grinds. Look at that perfect symmetry out to the tip. It's just ridiculous, man. It's so insane. Like, I've looked this thing over so many times for flaws. To this day, it's still, this is the most perfect knife in my collection. This truly has no flaws. It's an absolutely flawless knife. even this guy, which by the was over $6,000. Even this guy has one goof up. Where was it? I found it. I mean, it's fine. I expect that with a custom, especially a hand ground blade. Yeah, the top tritium drill is off to the right slightly. Ever so slightly. You can see there, the top tritium insert is slightly off center. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but that even this knife has a tiny ding-a-ling, you know? Yeah, that was $6,300. I'm not saying it's worth it. I'm saying that's what I paid. That's just what it is. I mean, it is what it is, you know? I wanted it, and it was available, and I paid what they asked. So, I better get rid of it, huh? If I threw that thing up for $3,500 on Patreon, you guys gonna jump on that? No, that's one of those that you purchase for yourself and you just say, I'm keeping it forever, you know? The bottom right one, that's the Philippe Georget and CKF FIF 20. The fancy boy in some super beautiful zircotai, some really unique zircotai, textured carbon fiber, beautiful flat ground, M390. It's either M390 or M398. Does it say right there? M390, yeah. And this was number 99. Limited run of, and I think this was of the total run, not of the zircotai version, but I don't think too many of the zircotai versions exist. I want this exact knife in the 23, the bigger one, because I love this. It's great, but I want the larger one too. So I really hope they do that again. That would be awesome. Oh, does it also have this clip? Yeah, it also has a zircotai clip. Cool one. How about a custom Manix XL and Vanix? Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be cool if Spyderco used Vanix. I'm honestly super surprised that they don't. Like, why? Why more companies aren't using Vanax Super Clean is just absurd to me. I mean, like, you know, Kunwu uses it on a ton of stuff, and they make some of the most popular knives right now, at least in our neck of the woods. That's some of the most popular stuff in the market. So why other companies aren't? Everybody's focused on MagnaCut. And, you know, MagnaCut has its benefits over Vanax, but I love the balance of Vanax, and I also love that you just don't have to worry about, I mean, you can't, it's not going to rust ever. Vanax is incredible. Top row, fourth from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. My first custom ever. The largest knife that Herman offers, that's a Herman Dragonfly in full Timascus, everything. Fluted Timascus scales, fluted Timascus clip, and a Timascus backspacer, and then a performance Damacor blade. So that actually has a Vanax core and a Damasteel jacket, which is pretty insane. That's a pretty insane blade. You get all the benefits and all the strength of Damasteel, and you get all the performance of Damacor, right? And you get this unbelievable package, right? It's a big boy. Big boy, super smooth, flips like a dream, looks like a dream. Very cool knife. I think fitting of my first custom. I remember that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you remember when I got that. Yeah, the craftsmanship on that thing is absolutely ridiculous. I gotta go pee. Everybody, oh, there's 900 of you in here on a Sunday night. I wasn't even paying attention. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you, guys. Wow. Holy crap. Thank you. I thought there'd be like 500 people in here tonight. That's great. Thank you guys. On that note, though, I am going to leave you to yourselves for just a moment because I have to go to the bathroom. Be right back. All right. Anyways, really pumped. There's over 900 people in here. That's pretty cool. Even more than when I left. The population always goes up when I leave. All right, settle down, chat. Settle down, chat. Oh, have to share this live. A lot of you new on the community. Listen, if you don't play Diablo 4, you're not going to care about this. But if you play Diablo 4, I have some news to share with you. If you didn't see the post on my community tab, my 20-somethingth, I keep wanting to say bail run. What is the boss? God dang it! What's the Uber boss from Diablo 4 right now? I keep wanting to say bail run because of all the Diablo 2 runs. It's Duriel. Jesus. Okay, Duriel. My 27th or so Duriel run, I got the Harlequin crest. Shaco. I got the Uber. I got Shaco. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I actually got a Shaco drop. And it put my build just absolutely over the top. I did my first, I annihilated because I had a pretty good ball lightning sorcerer. I had pretty good rolls on things, and I had every best in slot item outside of Uber Unique. So I did my first level 100 and just blasted through it like it was nothing. So that was pretty cool to get a Shaco drop. Is that 25 grand? I don't know. I don't know exactly how much it is. I try not to calculate it, but I mentioned earlier that every knife on the table is worth well over $1,000. So I don't know. Maybe. These are knives that I'll never sell. So. Sorcerer fan. I love the Sorcerer this season. The Sorcerer's finally got, what it was owed. Glock shooter, just calculating dollar for dollar. These are knives that I've collected and built or built slowly over time. A lot of them were recent acquisitions and a lot of them were older acquisitions, but each one has its own story. So it's not necessarily about, and I know that other knife collectors will understand this, I'm not really concerned with the dollar value. It's what it is, who made it, and the work involved with it, and the story behind it. That's what's so interesting, is like each one of these knives has such an amazing personality. And, a lot of times there's more than one person involved with it, And so I just find these so cool. And but a knife like the Vision FG, like it has its own cool factor too. It's just in a different way. So these are all the more expensive knives of the collection, but I don't want anybody to think like I'm just obsessed with the dollar amount, because I'm really not. I don't flip knives, so that the total secondary value of these knives doesn't really mean much to me. But I'm glad you guys like looking at them. I like sharing them, you know. But we could trade your kid shiny rocks for one or two of those. My son asks me all the time, ever since somebody donated, he was like, "Can I show my rock collection again and see if people will give me stuff?" And I was like, "Buddy, that's not why we do that. We," and he was like, "But people donate to you," and I'm like, "But," you know, and in my mind I was like, "God, that's a hard checkmate." I'm trying to teach him, like, you can't like go online and like beg people to, you know, support your hobby, and then at the same time I'm like, that's kind of what I do. I had like a self-realization moment, you know, and it was kind of like a do as I say, not as I do kind of thing, you know. I want him to like seek this stuff out, and I want him to educate himself. I don't want him to just be like, just take whatever you can get and just collect. It's like, I want you to understand geology. I want you to understand what it is that you're collecting and why you're collecting it and why you find it interesting. There's so many layers to this onion, man. You can't just sit on the surface. That was the idea here. If he's interested in geology, I want him to study geology. And he's, you know, he's 7, so. What's the top right? The top right's the F95-0. This is the newest version of the Shirogorov F95, which is a great knife. But it's a Shiro, so it's really expensive. I mean, what are these? 1100? Super heavy D10 on these. I mean, really, really heavy D10. Really heavy. Much heavier than the F3. Cut something? What do you got? Which one of the knives you guys? I'll cut paper with anything out here. What do you guys want to see? I don't mind cutting paper. You want me to cut with the stitch? Oh, yeah, sure. I don't think I've cut anything with a stitch yet, have I? Yeah, sure. I mean, that star grind is obviously more of a look. It's more of a showpiece than anything, but I mean, it's still very sharp. Oh, yeah, sure. That ridge right there. Look at that bite. Oh, boy. It got in there. That ridge right there causes a little bit of a hiccup. See? It's interesting. Whoop. It has to work around that. Right there. It does bite, though. Look at those curlies. Wow. I didn't realize. I didn't think it would cut like that. How's that secondary? Yeah, it's the same. Little curlies. I know you guys are like, cut cardboard, cut wood, cut aluminum, cut concrete. No, come on. Come on, this is the best I'm going to give you with a knife like this. That's fun, though. I mean, I didn't realize it would actually bite like that. Yeah. More of a showpiece, obviously. But the grind is super cool. Cut meat. No more stabbing wood. I learned my lesson. So actually the tip of my Rockstead is still buried in this. And it's this one right here. The tip of the Rockstead is in there somewhere. But that big one right there was the one that got it. If you go back and watch the short, you can see it. So I won't be doing that anymore. That was I don't know what it would cost to fix that. A few $100. The Rockstead. Poor thing. I know. I still use it, though. Second to last bottom seems so interesting. The second to last on which side? Eric? Second to last on the left or right? Hold on, I want to answer Eric's question. Someone wait. Excuse me, I'm going to wait for him to respond here. Eric. On the right. Yeah, this is the Hawk and Surge Rook. And they use, so Levon of the Knife Nuts podcast has an Ultim version of this, and you can see through it. And you can see the unique toggle detent that they use. The locking system and detent is completely unique to this knife. And it looks like something that would operate like an Axis lock, but it's not. It is really, really awesome to flip and manipulate. It feels a lot like the Orbit. Really, really fun. And it has that classic Surge, cleaver, that really cool Surge blade shape. So, unfortunately, they are extremely expensive and very limited. But if you can get your hands on one, it would surely be a prize piece in any collection. Really masterfully built too. The lock is unbelievably solid. I mean, as you would expect from Hawk. A Hawk's not going to do a lock if it's not super solid, right? So, yeah, the Rook is awesome. You hate Ultim scales. A lot of people do. What knife do I use to cut my steak? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't use the pocket knife to cut steak because I think it's pretty inefficient. I also don't like the idea of taking my my pocket knife blade and pushing it down into whatever the plate is, right? I don't think that's good on your knife. So I use just crappy, whatever my steak knives are, because I want to save the edge of my pocket knife. Now I do have some. I care much more about the cut of steak than what knife I'm using to cut it. I like a Kansas City strip, and I like it medium rare, and I like it very crispy at the edges. They almost overcooked on the outside and very undercooked on the inside. Not quite bleeding, but very close. To me, that's a perfect steak. Yeah, I have 2 deadlocks. We didn't do, so we did, on one Thanksgiving, we did chicken noodle. It was more of a German, there was a bunch of German food. And then my family's Thanksgiving, my second Thanksgiving, this is Kirby, we did a beef tenderloin. We did 2 huge beef tenderloins. And actually, I'm going to eat that. I'm going to have to eat later. I'm holding it together for you guys right now and trying to enunciate, trying to make sure that all of my syllables are easy to digest with your ear holes, but I'm holding it together for you guys. I'm just going to let you know, again, I started Gatorade time at 3:25 p.m., so we're hanging in there, but I'm going to have to eat here in a little bit. My second Thanksgiving, which was, I love, my wife's side of the family makes an excellent Thanksgiving, but my favorite Thanksgiving this year was the 2 beef tenderloins. We had the garlic mashed potatoes with the gravy. You got to do that. We had the bacon green beans. We had the cream cheese, cream corn. Excellent, right? Then we had the double butter. It was like, my mom does this like double butter something biscuit. They like make the biscuits with butter, and then they put them in butter, and then she broils it in the butter, and then she takes it out, and all the excess butter gets like resorbed into the biscuits. We had that, and then we had spinach, bacon, and feta salad, and we had like cherry pie, apple pie, pumpkin pie, and ice cream for dessert. That was, man, that's ideal. I get sick of turkey, man. Like, I was super pumped to hear about this meal this year. My wife likes to do baked mac and cheese when we host it. We try to rotate hosting, and we all do different meals for Thanksgiving. So. The dry white turkey is my least favorite my least favorite part of Thanksgiving. It's fine. I just like to smother it in everything else. I have to put so much gravy on the turkey, and I mix it in with the mashed potatoes because it's so dry. Like it's fine. As like I'm more excited about everything else. No coleslaw, man. Why? Stop trying to bring down my memories of Thanksgiving. No, coleslaw is never a part of any of my. I don't like coleslaw. I know, but like, I know it's what it's for, but I want the turkey to be more. I like ham. A Thanksgiving ham is that's why I like Christmas dinner better because we always do a ham for Christmas, and I love ham. Like a real ham is so good. Ham is just like much more moist, and it has like the right moisture to salt ratio. Ham is it tastes so much better. Pecan pie is very good. I do like it. Did you all have an excellent, those of you who did celebrate Thanksgiving, and hopefully, not everybody has an opportunity to spend time with friends and family, and my heart goes out to people who didn't. Or, if you just don't do it, that's perfectly fine too. But, for those of you who did, I hope you had a great time. And for those of you who didn't, I hope you also found a way to, have some fun over this holiday event. But did everybody, have a good weekend? We have an event here in Hayes where they serve a big dinner at the Armory. And my wife said, I think it would be a good idea to volunteer to serve at the Armory before we go and have our own Thanksgiving. And I thought that actually is a good idea. So me and my wife and my kids volunteered at the Armory, and my kids had a blast. I was so excited. I was so proud. My kids went around and they took people's plates and they refilled drinks, and we did it for about an hour and a half. Before we went and had our own Thanksgiving, and it was just cool. It's just a big dinner for people for whatever reason. Like people have been, who just don't want to cook, or people who can't, or it's open to everybody. But I thought it was a really good idea to have them go down there and do that. So it was fun. And then of course, by the time we were done, we were super hungry. So. How's the giveaway working? This is actually a good time to bring this up. So if you're confused, sorry, I had a member here. 3/4 of the way to 400K from 300K, trucking along. Yes, yeah. Thanks to you guys. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. So here's how the giveaway works. If you're new or you're just not sure what's going on, there's only one step here. There's a link in the description. All you do is open the description to the live stream you're watching, and right at the top in all caps, it says, enter here, ! Live participation required. You click on that link that's right beside it in blue, and it'll take you to a separate video that goes over the rules. All you got to do is leave a simple PG-rated comment under that video. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to be a member of anything. If you're watching right now, you can enter. But it goes over the rules. There's a couple of little rules. Mainly, stay here because you have to be able to communicate in chat if I draw your name. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to draw here in, well, basically 15 minutes. So, don't leave. What knives are your favorite in this list? On this, you want me to do my top 3? Number 1, the crown jewel of the collection, not by price, but just by personal value. My favorite knife in the collection will always be the Sharp by Design Arch Nemesis. Not only do I authentically believe it is the most perfectly crafted knife in my collection, but this was also my wife's 5-year anniversary gift to me, and she had it secretly made for me by Brian the Doe without my knowing. She actually contacted him and said, I'm Metal Complex's wife, and I want to get him something cool, and he really likes your stuff. So now we paid for this. We paid full price for it, but she had this made without me knowing. So that's my number 1. My number 2 has to be the Stitch, and it's just because it's kind of my dream custom knife, right? So the custom Borka Stitch. Now number 3 is a little tricky. There's a lot of candidates for 3 here. But like I'll do 2 to satisfy everyone. For like personally, it's got to be this one because this was my first custom. This is the Herman Dragonfly and Damacor and Timascus. But wow factor, it's probably the John Wick 4 Deadlock because this is a titanium switchblade. It's the John Wick 4 edition, Deadlock. It's essentially the most perfect switchblade that exists. So that's probably it. But I love all of these knives. These are some of my all of these are some of my favorite. I have noticed that they do have a lot of trolls in this live compared to others. Are there trolls in here? Maybe I don't pay enough attention to chat. Well, let's ask chat. Do you guys notice that there are? I mean, like, let's make sure we're separating like goofballs from it. Like, goofballs are perfectly welcome, but like, do we have a lot of trolls in here? I don't really notice it. I have no mods. I've never felt like Yeah, I was gonna say like. Even with almost 1,200 people in here, it's like we got goofballs, but we don't really have like spammers and trolls in here. Like I feel like my live streams are pretty relaxed. Goofballs rise up. Goofballs, raise your swords. And if you don't have swords, raise your generic dagger emojis. I feel like the people who participate in my live streams are pretty chill. Every now and then I have to get somebody out. Somebody starts like spamming political nonsense, and I don't know why, but just get rid of them. There you go. Yeah, goofballs are perfectly welcome. I'll even let a mattress wizard through the door intentionally every now and then. Yeah, I love all you guys. It's like, I mean, the population generally gets near here every week, so I feel like the same people are coming back. All right, I get it. You're all goofballs. I get it. Yes, thank you. Yeah. No, this is great. There's 1,200 people in here. But I do find the like to population ratio pretty low. There's 1,200 of you and 480 likes. Can we get it to 800? Can we just keep clicking the like button until it's at least 800? I mean, man. Oh, what? Oh, speaking of, ways that I can manipulate my live captive audience. Have you ever wondered? Hold on. Rich Campbell gifted 10 Metal Complex memberships. Thank you very much, Rich. I appreciate that. Have you ever wondered what are the little helmet icons besides people's names in chat? Well, I'll tell you. I'll feed you, baby birds. Those are the Knights of the Round members for this channel. If you would like to join Knights of the Round and get your own color-changing badge that will be represented beside your name, not only in live streams, but also under every single upload, that I create, if you decide to leave a comment, people will know that you are not only a Knight of the Round, but you are ranked, right? It changes colors depending on how long you have been a member. First blue, then green, then red, then purple, I think, or then purple, then red, then gold, then platinum after 2 years. You'll gain access to the Excalibur emojis, which you'll see that my knights are showing off in chat, and I'm sure you'll recognize if you look closely. You can do that by opening the description of this live stream and choosing the link that says become a member of my channel. You can do that if you want to. You could also support me separately on Patreon. What does he do with all that free stuff he gets? Most of it I give away on live streams. Some of it I sell privately to patrons at half retail price if it's something that's very, very nice or very rare. A lot of my personal rarities that I get from retailers for free, I sell at half price to patrons. So they get a good deal, it supports the channel, and I absolutely use that money to turn around and buy more knives for content. That's how it works. You'll also get once a week Patreon exclusive content. You'll also get your own private giveaways on Patreon, which are usually pretty cool. and some other special stuff. But if you want to do that, I've made that access as cheap as possible on Patreon. It's $1 a month. You can pay me whatever you want. There's a bunch of different tiers, but $1 a month will literally gain access to everything, regardless of what. I mean, it doesn't matter what you pay. $1 a month will gain you access to everything everybody has. So if you want to check out Patreon, it's also in the description under my Patreon. Okay, I'm done. Oh, I'm glad you caught it. Whoops, I'm being summoned. Hold on, I have a summoning. Be right back. All right, we're good. Sorry, quick duties. Yeah, we got a few new knights. Welcome to Knights Around, Daniel Peterson. Thank you very much. And we also have Rob Bossarge. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Welcome to Knights Around. Very cool. And then we also have Old Red Hat. Welcome to Knights Around. All of you, raise your swords for these members. And we have another one, actually. Christopher Bach. Also, welcome to Knights Around. Raise your swords for these folks. Enjoy your badges and Excalibur emojis. 378,000 subscribers. I'll tell you, if we continue along the current trend, which generally speaking, I'm going to tell you guys, if you could imagine, during the holiday season, with 87% of my viewing audience coming from the United States, it's safe to assume that most of you experience a winter of sorts, which means you spend more time inside. So what that means for a channel like mine is that there are more people watching. So it's safe to assume that the current trend will continue at least, and that 400,000 subscribers is roughly a month or a month and a half away. So it very well could be that Christmas this year will be me celebrating 400,000 subscribers. And let me tell you, the stockpile of stuff that I have to give away for 400K is insane. I give away some fun stuff. I like to think that I give away some cool stuff, but let me tell you, the absolute treasures that I have to give away to you guys at 400K are unparalleled. I have an actual treasure trove of excellent, rare, and bizarre things to give away. So I hope you're ready. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a crazy. I'll probably do a big event. I'll probably do a 2-hour live stream and give away everything. Super fun stuff. When? Depends on how quickly we get to 400K. But last month was 20,000. The month before was 21,000. So, I mean, you know, let's say the channel drops a bit, which it does. Periodically goes up and down. 1 to 2 months is my guess. So, December. I'm sorry, January, February, roughly there is what I would guess. So. Is the past winner, is Rachel one of the past winners in here? I saw somebody commenting. Oh yeah, she is in here. What's up? Rachel, did you receive the extra stuff? So I'm going to tell you what happened here. So Rachel, so I goofed up, and when Rachel won, I sent her winnings to one of the other winners, and that one of the other winnings to her, and she received the winnings, and she said, "Hey, this is cool, but like this actually isn't what I won. I won the other stuff." And I was like, "Oh man, that was my fault." So I messaged. Oh, good, you did get those. So I messaged the other guy and I said, "Hey, listen, Rachel got the wrong stuff. Would you mind swapping?" And he never responded. Which, okay, maybe they just need to. So I messaged Rachel and I said, "Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you 3 more knives." So Rachel actually ended up getting a bonus knife out of that deal. But I still feel bad about that, Rachel. I hope that you're enjoying the stuff that I sent you as a replacement for what you actually won. That has never happened before, where I sent the wrong things. I don't know how I mixed up the boxes, but obviously I wasn't just gonna leave her. I didn't want to leave her hanging. So I sent her a picture and I said, "This is what we're doing this time," and just shipped it out. So, but yeah, that's great that she came back. I feel like if I had said like, "Oh, sorry about that. That's just it is what it is," she'd have been like, "Okay," but I didn't want to I didn't want to do that. Like if you win something and you expect to win like the specific prizes, like that's a bummer, right? So yeah, I didn't know what to do, but I thought like sending an extra, like 2 plus an extra one would have been the right thing. Anyways, I'm like, oh, provide reaffirmation for my choices. Um, there's 1.3 thousand in here. You guys are amazing. Um, the live population in here is just ridiculous right now. Christina Hasapis. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Welcome to the Knights Around, Christina. Knights, raise your swords for Christina. Enjoy the badges and Excalibur emojis. Yeah, any word on my prototype? I have the plastic mold is being sent to me for sizing because I had some dimensional changes. I wanted the knife it was the original prototype was huge and it was really cool, but I was like, this is really fun, but we need to shrink it down a bit. We need to make it not so gigantic. So the original prototype was like 9.1 inches and we have shrunk it down to 8.5 inches. So that's a detail that I think this is the first time that I have mentioned this. The overall length of the prototype knife is 8.5 inches. I like to consider that a not too big, not too small overall length. Big Holly, welcome to Knights Around. And one big tent dweller, welcome to Knights Around. Who's spamming? I got that band hammer ready. I'm kidding. Landon, what's up, man? What knives you been looking at lately? Add to the collection. Have you looked at the Maverick Comsec Prism? No, I haven't. Honestly, there's a bunch of stuff, and I want to share it with you guys, but I want to keep it a secret so I can unbox it. There's like 4. Does the prototype have an ambi clip? Absolutely. Lefties will be included. Okay, we got to get ready. We got to give away because listen, there's a hard cutoff. I am ending this live stream at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, so we have 10 minutes to draw 2 winners and end this live stream, and it's time. So let me move these, and I have to be careful because of the, I got to be careful with these. If you haven't done this, do these. This is how you enter right here. Just read these cards. If you're confused, just read them. That's how you do it. Darn it. Oh. No way. So dumb. Guys. So I pulled a Me and didn't charge the iPad, which means the Legion is going to have to do the trick tonight. We're going to have to do it on the old, what I refer to as the supercomputer. Oh my God, I can't believe that. All right, we just set that down there, and we're going to have to use the computer here. Give me 1 sec. All right. Give me a sec here, guys. There it is. Okay. 1 sec. Just going back and getting the link. It's going to be a little awkward, but we'll get it done. All right. So I'm going to... Hold on. If you've never seen my laptop, I'll show you. I use this is perfect actually because the laptop actually leans back, but I have a 2023 Legion laptop, which I very much love. And I call this my work computer, but legitimately it's my gaming computer. Hold on. I'm trying to move this. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. 1 sec here. I wonder if we can... I don't know how we zoom here. So that should be the link. I know you can't see it, you're just gonna have to trust me. Filter duplicate users, get YouTube comments. You like that keyboard? I love it. This computer is ridiculous. I've never... this laptop will run anything at absolute maximum graphics. 4080, 64 gigs of RAM. It's got a 24-core processor. It's amazing. We have 1,000. I know you can't see it. 1,563 comments. So the winner here. You know, here's what we'll do. Whoops. To make this a little easier. So the winner, the first winner is James Smack. That's what we're looking at here. Is James Smack. Right there. That's who we're looking at here. It says yeehaw. Now, we got to look for him in chat. So I'm going to watch the screen here on the camera, on the phone here. We're looking for James Smack. I'm not sure what the emblem is. Some sort of muscular creature. Hey, he's here. He is here. Excellent. Okay. Let me move the laptop real quick. James, I just saw you, so you're good. Move the laptop real quick. And we'll let you pick your prize here. I don't know. Oh my God. I can't zoom out. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. We have 16 knives left. One right there. Okay. So, James, you get to pick two. James Smack, give me two here. 1 through 9 at the top, 1 through 9 at the bottom. Give me your two numbers. Chat, slow down here so I can see James. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm sorry. 1 through 8. 16. We drew 4 originally. I'm sorry. Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. 16. 1 through 8. 3 and 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this one first. All right, we got a Knives Lander, and also this is actually the Urban EDC Supply exclusive that comes with the Sagaya scales. So you get the Knives Lander, which is an excellent EDC knife, but you also get the fun Urban EDC Supply scales if you want to swap those out, or you can keep with the smooth scales. So Knives Lander there, very fun. Put those, actually going to put the scales back in here. I don't want to scratch those, so you can kind of do what you want there. Very fun. Put this guy back. These are brand new. And I think what we got here. Oh! What? This is an M390 lander. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did not know that that was the case. I thought that this was 14C28N. Nope. That is an, can we see it? That's an M390 lander. Okay, wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. There you go. I don't know what that's worth. I'm sure that's a fairly expensive knife. I can't believe I didn't realize that. Okay, so there you go. The second one here is, oh, of course. He got one of the premium knives too. That's the Bestech. Somebody help me out here. Titanium, micarta, and I think also M390. What is the name of this knife? The Sin. Yeah, this is the Bestech Sin. Yeah, quite the win there, bud. Holy crap. The two of the premium knives that I put in here are gone. Now, I added another one, right? So there's 4 total, but he drew one of the premium knives, one of the ultra ones, so very good. Excellent. Congratulations. Great. I'm going to run out of stuff to keep people interested. So here's what you want to do. Please email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your full name, your shipping information, and the exact knives that you want. This makes it so easy on me if you include all of this information. Please don't worry if I don't respond to you up until Thursday or even Friday of next week. That's just when I do my shipping. That's when I'll respond to you, give you your tracking details, and confirm all of your stuff with you. So email me here, and don't forget the 87. A lot of people miss that. It's metalcomplex87@gmail.com, and you'll be good to go. All right. The next winner, we have to move these again. Sorry. We'll put them in the chair here. Let's get the laptop back out. All right. So we're just going to pick another winner. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm going to use the mouse here. And we're going to zoom in and make it easier for everybody to see. All right. So the final winner of this evening is Brendan Hutchins. That's the winner. Brendan. He has a picture of, I assume it's himself in a fancy shirt and nice hat. Brendan Hutchins. That's who we're looking for here. Slow down chat. Let Brendan talk. Brendan, you can talk. Spam as much as you want. We got to find you. Now, you guys have only given him like 10 seconds. Give him a second. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, I just saw him. Yeah, he's here. I got him. He's here. There he is. All right. Brandon, I'm going to move this here since we got you. It's the first time I've ever used the 180-degree feature on that laptop. That's nice. I'm glad it does that. So, Brandon, you get to choose here from the last 14 that are available. Whoops, we got to zoom out. All right. So, 1 through 7 at the top, 1 through 7 at the bottom. Give me 2 numbers. Just watching here for him. Slow down, chat. Let him pick. Oh, what do we get here? Can't find him. I'm sorry. I'm just very stupid and slow right now. What are his picks? Okay, I'm getting a lot of 5 and 2. So I'm gonna trust that that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 8 o'clock, so we gotta get this done. I'm gonna open this up. 5. We have the Kubi, and I wish I could tell you exactly what it is. It says Keanu Aus 10 liner lock. It's a nice knife and it functions really well. I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head what it is, but it's a nice full-size knife. Has a nice pocket. Well, it's a decent clip. I don't like the build, but it has the nice green, forest green micarta, nice liner lock, really good action, really good flipping, action there. So there you go. That's your first one. And then we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. So the second one right here, number 2, is the other Nafslander. Is this one also? This one is also an M390. I never knew. I only packed 2 of these. I thought these were just basic like D2. These are freaking M390. Says you got the black and forest green Nafslander that also comes with the green Sagaya scales. You can put those on there. Honestly, that's what I do. I think these look way cooler. So yeah, that's yours. There you go. That's cool. I didn't know until I looked at the steel. I just thought those were basic because I knew that those were like really nice budget knives. So there you go. You got 2 really cool knives. Once again, email me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your full name, your shipping details, and the exact knives that you want. Don't worry if I don't respond to you until Thursday or Friday of next week. You will absolutely get a shipping confirmation, tracking information, etc. All right. We did it. Guys, I got to go because I know my kids are watching Shrek upstairs and they're waiting for me. So, hey, this was fun. Thank you to the 1,300, almost 1,400 people who were hanging out tonight. That was a lot of fun. Congrats to the winners. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Sunday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye. Oh no, how do I stop this? Oh, there we go. All right, bye.